Alright everyone, so for today's charting session, magsimula tayo with Puregold, no? Or PGOLD. Now itong Puregold, nagkaroon tayo ng dip, diba? Patuloy yung downtrend natin yon. We found a lower high, new lower low. And then what happened was eventually when we broke above this previous lower high, tumulak na tayo. Diba? Itong previous lower high na to, more or less umuuntog siya dito sa previous area of support na to that turned resistance when price broke to the downside. So when we pushed above it in this candle here, let me zoom in a little bit, hindi naagulat na kumbaga nakahanap tayo ng grip, nakahanap tayo ng enough momentum to potentially push higher. Now, ano yung scenarios na pwede natin i-expect dito sa Puregold, no? The first scenario is there's a chance na mag-trade na tayo within this range from 33 pesos hanggang 34.75 or even all the way up dito sa 36 pesos. Bakit ganon? Bakit ko sinabi na dalawa yung pwedeng pag-untugan? Kasi makikita naman talaga natin na yes, there's a level here that also acted as support there. Pero kasi nung nangyari itong mga to, hindi ba medyo dinaanan na nila? Kung baga hinigitan na nila yung level na yun, ilang beses na siyang nataasan, ilang beses siya nababaan. So hindi nakakagulat if price continues to push higher, hindi sobrang ma-respect tong 34.75 level na to. On the flip side, hindi rin nakakagulat kung i-respect siya. You know what I mean? When I say things like this, people often confuse it na hindi mo kasi alam anong mangyayari And that's 100% true. Hindi ko alam ano yung mangyayari. In my mind, diba, there's a 50-50 chance na i-respect tong level na to. So if i-respect siya, hindi ako magugulat. If hindi siya i-respect, hindi rin ako magugulat. Diba? So for me, in my view, ito yung wider tradable range natin from 33 to 36, which is a pretty nice range, no? But I am aware na may level sa 34.75 na pwede nating pag-untugan, kaya possible din na mas tighter yung range niya. Now, how you view it depends on you. Gaano ka ba ka-bullish? Gaano ka ba ka-bearish? Do you feel like, kumbaga, temporary lang yung nangyayari sa market ngayon? Or are you very bullish? That depends solely on you, no? Naniniwala ka ba sa ghost month? Hindi. Ano sabi ng statistical data mo? And so on and so forth. Basta tayo, nagkaplano lang tayo ng potential scenarios para kung nangyari man ang isang particular scenario, hindi tayo nabibigla, hindi tayo nagugulat. Now, kung from here naman, we roll back over, tas test underneath, tas mag-hold tong 33 pesos na area, and we start pushing lower again. Baka ang mangyari is bumalik tayo sa range na to, between 31.2 hanggang 33 pesos, or even slip all the way down, pabalik dito sa 30.10. After all, the possibility still exists na mag-form tayo ng some type of inverse head and shoulders pattern dito. Okay, hindi pa siya, kumbaga hindi pa guaranteed na hindi siya mangyayari. Yes, we push higher. Technically, we've broken above the quote-unquote neckline, but price could easily come back, mag-retrace ng konti, pick up buyers, and then push higher from there. So that all bears watching, and that all bears anticipating para hindi tayo nabibigla. Now, the trick here dito sa Puregold right now is even if gusto mong humabol, stop placement medyo mahirap Saan ka mali? Saan ka maglalagay ng cut loss? Ilalagay mo ba siya sa baba ng candle na to? Paano kung mag-gap fill lang tayo tapos mag-bounce? Parang ang sakit kapag sinuka mo yung baba, di ba? Or maglalagay ka ba beneath ng 31? Paano kung nabuo nga siya, yung inverse head and shoulders, then we push higher? Diba? Yung mga ganitong scenarios, medyo tricky. I'll leave it up to you kung ano yung sabi ng mga systems nyo, buy na ba, or what have you. Basta tayo, we've planned out mga potential scenarios dito sa Puregold, and we will be watching this closely moving forward as it continues to push to the upside. Hopefully, tuloy-tuloy na. Next, pag-usapan po natin yung SPNEC, no? Now, as you can see, meron po tayong trend line, tong kulay pink dito sa SPNEC. And after we broke above it, we've continued to push higher, and we've broken above this level of resistance at 1.78. But barely, diba? 1.79, I wouldn't even say na totoong breakout siya, quote-unquote, kasi parang ang liit lang ng inangat And also, long-time viewers will understand na I look at this entire area as a potential resistance zone. So, kung sabihin natin, umangat to dito, makahanap siya ng resistance, then it starts pushing lower again, then baka ang isa sa mga potential scenarios na mag-play out is baka mag-trade muna tayo within this range here from 1.46 to 1.79. Baka balikan natin yung support from these lows here, no? We don't know. That's one potential scenario. Another is it could continue to push higher pero hanggang dito lang siya sa 1.88. Then we push lower again. Then same thing. Baka mag-trade na naman tayo, moving sideways, mag-range muna siya as it figures out kung ano ba talaga yung final SRO price, how it's all gonna play out, blah, blah, blah. Kung may mga dumagdag pang detalye and so on and so forth, no? But it's nice to see na habang tumutulak recently at least, as of the recording of this video, yung PSE, medyo sumasabay itong SPNEC, no? After all, hindi naman siguro nakakagulat if in the future, masali yung Solar Philippines sa index natin overall. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, ha? I'm just saying na hindi naagulat if it does. Now, if we're able to break above this resistance zone from 1.79 to 1.88, then the next level of resistance will be 2.06 or baka mag-fill tayo ng gap from here. However, as I said, kung nauntog, roll over, baka mag-range at kung nag-range at mabasag man tong 1.46, then baka mapuntahan na nga tong white zone na drino natin before. Tapos titignan natin from there how price will react. As of right now, kumbaga it's still in the middle of a lot of chop, so wala pang kasiguraduhan which way it really wants to go. Yes, it's pushing to the upside right now. Yes, it's looking like it might push higher, but we never know what the market wants to do. Diba? And in the bigger picture, as we can see, we are still caught within this range. So, kung sabihin natin, may hawak kayo, then good for you, it's pushing higher. Kung wala pa, nag-iisip kayo saan kayo papasok, then you might want to wait a little bit more for further clarity before jumping in. Alright, next tignan naman natin tong Balai. Tong Balai, I do apologize, hindi na ako nakagawa ng follow-up IPO video natin. As you guys know, during that time, I was feeling a little bit of burnout and medyo pagod, sabayan ng medyo busy. It honestly did slip my mind, no? But, better late than never. Balikan natin yung chart and let's see where it is right now. Gagamitin natin yung hourly chart para lang mas marami tayong data points na magamit. Since medyo konti pa lang yung daily candles, para lang mas madali and we can discuss it in further detail, no? So, nung nag-open tayo, it pushed higher. Yung high na na-form niya noon was at 0.83 but we never really closed there. We pushed down intraday. Tapos, from there, we started pushing lower again. Pero mapapansin nyo, dito sa hourly time frame at least, nag-form tayo ng swing high dito at 0.73. Then we fell further, push back up, nag-retrace, nag-form ng possible higher low. In fact, nag-form siya ng inverse head and shoulders pattern dito. We push higher, broke above etong 0.73, same level na sinabi nating swing high from here. Naglaro tayo sa area na yon, more or less, diba? Nag-hold and then we started pushing higher. And ngayon, malapit na nating balikan yung previous all-time high. Okay? Now, I know there are a lot of breakout traders and I'm sure na kung mabasag yan, a lot of people will want to step in thinking na, oh, piso na yung next, piso na yung next. Okay? And maybe they're right. So if you're a breakout trader, then this is something that you might want to potentially watch out for in the coming days or weeks, no? Now, from a scenario standpoint, what I'm looking at is if we do break above 0.83 and we can start holding above it, diba? Kung magbigay siya ng magandang buwelo, magbigay siya ng magandang opportunity, then perhaps that's a sign na pwede tayong sumakay. But, I would just like to remind everyone na kung from yung IPO, hindi nyo nagustuhan yung kahit na anumang fundamentals nitong Balai Ni Fruitas, then nothing has really changed. Diba? Yes, there might be some minor earnings report na lumabas na, kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. But in the bigger picture, walang nagbago. So if you're looking at this from a fundamental perspective, not much has changed. Walang kailangan magbago from your perspective outside of, hey, price is pushing higher. Dinalaro lang ba siya? Or talaga nga bang push na to the upside or what have you? I don't know. Now, Kung from here naman, let's say na either mauntog tayo sa 0.83, tas we pull back, or hindi na tayo umabot, then we pull back. Ang key area na tinitingnan ko will be tong 0.71 to 0.73 na area. If we fall beneath it, test from underneath, mag-hold, roll over, then baka wala na. Baka ang mangyari is maging trading range lang natin 0.63 hanggang 0.73 moving forward. But again, it's a bit too early to tell. I'll have to wait and see what the structure looks like kung sakaling mangyari yun, no? But if that happens, it's not gonna look quite as bullish na, obviously. And in the interim, at least, it might just start trading sideways muna. Okay? So, for now, where it is, medyo alanganin kang humabol. Kasi kunyari, 0.8, balikan lang niya yung previous high at 0.83, mauntog, roll over. I am almost sure na hindi worth it from a risk-reward perspective. Okay, but again, syempre, depende po yan on how you want to trade, kung ano po yung sistema na gamit nyo, and so on, no? Sa akin naman, yun lang, based on the scenarios that we see dito sa Balay. Next, tignan po natin yung M-wide. Now, tong M-wide, pinatingin na to sa akin dati, no? After ko sabihin, yes, it collapsed even further. Tapos nagkaroon tayo ng brief push. Ito yung time na na-exonerate na sa mga kaso si Sir Edgar Saavedra. No, I hope I got the name right. I'm sorry. I remember the last name but I'm not 100% sure with regards to the first name. After we pushed to the upside, we came back down. Nag-form tayo ng support at 3.98 or kahit lagay natin sa 4 pesos para lang mas madali. And we've been more or less trading sideways since. The range that we've been trading at is more or less from 4 pesos hanggang 4.4. Bakit 4 pesos hanggang 4.4? Kasi if I take away these doodles and we zoom in a little bit, we can see na itong 4.4 nag-a-act siya as an inflection point, meaning it has acted as support and resistance both along the way. Diba? Itong isang candle na to na medyo naiba, diba? Trinay niya mag-open higher pero ang nangyari was it closed beneath anyway. So for me, ang trading range niya right now is from 4 pesos hanggang 4.4. If we can get a firm close above 4.4, then mag-open up tong range na to from 4.4 hanggang 4.79. And if 4.79 breaks, 5.24 yung next level of resistance natin. However, if price comes down and breaks beneath tong 3.98 pesos na support, then I think it might fill this gap here and then we'll have to wait and see what happens next. Kung nag-fill yung gap, biglang nag-bounce, mag-close above, then baka nanundo lang and babalik lang tayo sa range na to between 4 pesos to 4.4. Kung kunwari tumulak, nag-fill yung gap, trinay mag-bounce pero hindi kinaya, nag-fall further, binilikan tong area of previous consolidation na to, then baka medyo dehado tayo. Diba? We'll have to wait and see from there what happens before we can reassess ano yung mga pwede natin gawin dito sa Megawide. And then finally, tignan po natin yung NIKL, no? Now tong NIKL, for me, what I am seeing is nagpo-form tayo ng some type of bearish flag. Kasi after all, nagkaroon tayo ng steep fall to the downside. So hindi naman nakakagulat na nakakahanap tayo ng retracement or push to the upside from here. Diba? Now, let's say na magpatuloy siya within this flag, then that's something to watch out for. You don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the trade habang nagko-consolidate siya sa area na yon, no? Kasi after all, from there, it's easy na, oops, nauntog, break beneath yung flag, test underneath, hold, roll over, tapos ipit na. Diba? Maaaring kapag ka nangyari yun, maging medyo mabilis yung pangyayari, magugulat ka na lang na, teka, ba't naipit na ako? So that's something to watch out for dito lang sa NIKL, no? But let's say from here, we do get a strong break to the upside, diba? Mag-close tayo above nitong 6.48 na resistance. Then I think from there, mag-open up tong wider area na to. Yes, I'm aware na may level at 6.9. And yes, I'm aware na may naiwan na gap here and here. But I'm lumping all of that together and starting to think na if we do get a clean break to the upside, I think it opens up the entire area. However, just because na ganun yung potential scenario na naisip natin, it doesn't mean na we ignore yung mga levels na to. It doesn't mean na we ignore the gaps. We know that they're there. It's just that we want to play for the bigger range because we think na if we get a push to the upside, there's a good probability na kaya nating abutin ulit tong 7.48 na high. In fact, from there, baka pati tong gap na to mag-fill. Siyempre, all of that remains to be seen, no? But for now, while we are caught within this flag, konting caution lang. Kasi again, ayaw mo na magmamadali ka, pipilitin mo yung trade, then before you know it, bang, ikaw yung naipit sa wrong side ng trade. Diba? What you want to watch out for, as we said, is kung kunwari nag-play itong flag, break beneath, test, hold, roll over. Pag ganon, then medyo wala na. Baka maganda, iwas-iwas muna. Tignan natin what further structure develops dito sa NIKL Asia prior to jumping back in ulit. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!